Hello everyone, my name is Zoe Gunari and I'm here to give you a brief overview of my module called Money Laundering and Corporate Misconduct. Now in this presentation, I'm going to tell you how the module is going to be taught, then I'm going to tell you what the module is going to cover, and finally how money laundering and corporate misconduct is going to be assessed. Now, first things first, money laundering and corporate misconduct is a module that runs in the second semester of your degree and carries 20 credits. It's going to be taught by myself and my colleague, Ms. Christine Fletcher, and it's going to be taught over 8 2-hour in-person seminars and 1 2-hour workshop. Now, you will also have the benefit of 2 1-hour drop-in sessions, in which you will simply have the option to drop in during those allocated times and ask any questions that might have arisen throughout your revision for this module. Now let's talk about what money laundering and corporate misconduct is going to be about. Now, the aim of this module is to provide a detailed examination of the legal rules on financial crime and specifically money laundering and how those rules apply to the world of corporate misconduct. Now, we will be using the United Kingdom as a prime example, but there is also a significant international dimension to this module because we will be examining in some detail the international community rules on money laundering and how those rules interact with those here in the UK. Now, let's consider the topics we will be generally examining under money laundering and corporate misconduct. And we will be doing this in essentially 2 parts. So in the first part of the module, we will be looking at the domestic and international legal rules that have been designed to prevent the use of the financial system for laundering the proceeds of crime. Now, in that context, we will be looking at the types of activity that could raise the suspicions of enforcement authorities. And then we will be looking at the work and powers of the relevant enforcement authorities, which here in the United Kingdom is the National Crime Agency. Now, in also that context, we will be looking at the rules that are specifically applicable to the banking sector and the kind of liability that those rules could bring about for banks. Now, in the second part of the module, we are going to take that understanding we will have built in the first part and applying it to the world of corporate misconduct. Specifically, we will be looking at what happens in real life when the accused in these cases is a corporation. We're going to look at how we charge and how we prosecute corporations for financial crime and how we go about enforcing those rules even outside of the court system. Now, in order to demonstrate how all this works in the world of corporate misconduct, we are going to look at corporate bribery as a case study of a corporate-specific financial crime, which not only gives rise to instances of money laundering and therefore has very wide-reaching effects for the financial sector as a whole, but it has very significant, very corroding effects for society as a whole because of its ability to promulgate systemic corruption within its jurisdiction. So now we've looked at very briefly the topics we will be looking at through money laundering and corporate misconduct. Let's see how the module is going to be assessed. Now, the module will be assessed through one summative assessment, which takes the form of an essay, which spans 3,000 words maximum and carries 100% of the final mark. Now, you will also have the option to submit a formative assessment of 1,500 words maximum, which once again is optional, but is designed to provide you with the feedback that's necessary to prepare you for what is required of you under the summative assessment. Now, this concludes my presentation, but if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact me. Thank you.